Hello, and welcome to this video on how to create organization funding in eCivis. My name is Stephen, and I'm with the Rhode Island Grants Management Office. In this video, we will discuss when and how to add new organizational funding records in eCivis. Organization funding can be created when you can't find your grant funding source through the Search for Grants tool. This can happen if the award is published on a federal agency website but has not yet been added to the eCivis database. Please see the How to Search for a Grant in eCivis user guide or the Searching Grants in eCivis training video for further instructions. Once you have searched for your funding source and determined it is not already in the system, hover over the Research tab and select Organization Funding. Click on the Add Org Funding button in the middle of the screen. You can then select whether your funding source is competitive or non-competitive. At a minimum, you'll be required to fill in each field that has a red asterisk next to the field name. Ideally, you should add the information for as many fields as possible for easier tracking later on. Now, you may have noticed that the application and financial questions on this page are a little different based on whether the award is competitive or not. Now let's walk through an example of how to set up org funding. Let's say that your agency has received a $500,000 award from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to improve access to fresh produce for families at or below the poverty level. The award is newly announced for FY23 and has not yet been added to eCivis. So to do this, we will add our funding title, in this case, Access to Fresh Produce for Underserved Families, the fiscal year for which the award is to be issued, 2023. Funding type, we know this to be a federal agency, and it is not a formula grant, so we will leave this box unchecked. Agency is the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and I will also use the CFDA or assistance listing number. And I will add the rest of this information as I become aware of it and have access to it. As for the due date, you can have a singular verified application due date. You can use a rolling date, one that varies from year to year, or if it's unknown at the time, that can also be added. We're going to use a verified date, and in this case, we're going to say that the application is due on 12/31. And a total of $500,000. And we know that the matching is not required for this award. We then give a brief summary of the award and how we will use it. We can add categories if we wish. In this case, we'll list it as agriculture. And eligibility. In this case, we know that this is for a state government. You can also add the URL for the link to that award on the agency site and any relevant files that you need to attach. From there, hit save. And you can see that our funding is now at the top of this list. And from here, we have 5 different options under the Actions tab. So we can save or assign this grant to an existing or new project. And for more details on that, please refer to the Adding an Awarded Grant to eCivis user guide or training video. We can edit this information in editing the fields that we've just placed on this award. We can delete the grant. We can archive it, which will remove it from the org funding list, which we can then unarchive later if necessary. And we can duplicate the grant. Duplicated version will be pulled up with all the fields pre-populated from the information that we'd entered for this one, and then can be further edited to be saved as a new project, as a new funding. So we hope this video has provided you with some helpful guidance on when and how to add funding opportunities in the GMS. If you have questions related to this training, please contact us at doa.grants@doa.ri.gov. Have a great day.